The story really is, and what I'm attracted to about Grudge Match is that it's a story about second chances. Not just second chances in two fighters' careers, but second chances, more importantly, in relationships that they left by the side of the road 30 years ago. As much as Razor says, forget it, even after spending a night in jail with Kid, by the time he gets back to the shipyard and realizes he's been laid off, and with the bills mounting and knowing the situation with Lightning and that he's the only person who's taking care of him, he has no choice but to say yes. One thing leads to another, the relationships start to bloom. You know, out of the woodwork comes Sally, you know, Razor's former love, who we realize there are a few secrets involved that, you know, unravel during the course of the story. And we start to learn what happened. You know, and the dust comes off and the rust wears away, and we realize that they're two people who really still kind of care for each other. And it's an interesting story to see how they might come back together during the course of this training. We learn that Kid has a son who he never met. And we don't know who his mother is. That's a secret that comes out. But he has to learn to deal with the fact that he is an aging Lothario, but he's really a grandfather now and a father. And he has to learn, or he has to choose whether or not he's going to act like one instead of the jerk alcoholic Lothario that he has become. So both of these guys are going to their version of Oz, looking for what is going to complete them. And really, it all culminates with this fight where they are stripped down to nothing but, you know, their boxing gloves, shoes, and shorts, and they have to, you know, get in the ring and resolve a fight that, you know, was stopped 30 years ago. Kevin Hart, what a perfect addition to this cast, because he really turns things upside down. Originally, we, you know, had in mind that Dante would be played by an older guy. And then we realized, well, we didn't really need to have the entire cast, you know, be that old. It might be better for the story and better for the humor if we countered it, you know, with someone with a younger perspective, more in touch with technology, especially since a lot of the story emanates from a little YouTube video on an iPhone going viral. These are all things that a person, you know, in their 60s may not understand. You know, they may be still back in the BlackBerry days or a dial-up for all we know. So that kind of guy with that level of humor and that biting also we knew would just contradict perfectly Alan Arkin's sense of humor. And once we saw those two guys at the table read together, we knew we had to invent more scenes with the two of them together because they were just gold. I really tried heeding the advice as much as possible of Sly, who had done more boxing movies than anybody on the face of the earth, and to try to actually improve upon the techniques and methods that he used. So rather than hold a script page in the middle of the ring with boxing gloves, or rather than me get in there and show them the page, remember it's left, right, left, not right, right, left, we decided to embrace technology, and we had a 70-inch big screen, flat screen on the side of the ring, and several big screen monitors that we could also show them how their performance was going. It's one thing if I tell them, or the stunt coordinator or the fight coordinator says, that punch missed on camera 6. It's another if they can go look at a quad split and see all 7 cameras that we had and self-correct. Got it, I know what I need to do. It also helped the camera operators know I gotta move a little to the left to get that punch better over here. Had no idea really what to anticipate, you know, getting on the set with either of these actors. I'd heard wonderful stories, and they're both legendary, and you stare into their faces and you see 1,000 roles they've played. But the amazing thing about both actors, I have to say, absolutely, was their ability to basically play ball with whatever I threw at them. There was not one moment that either of them hesitated, whether it was drinking a glass of raw eggs on take 2 because take 1, Sly laughed. And I said, I can't use it. And he said, I'm gonna throw up though, but I'll do it again. Just have a bucket ready.